What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Same Difference podcast. I'm your host. It was always Joy.
And I'm Passionista.
And we have been MIA. Really, it's been me, y'all. It ain't even been Passion. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. It's been me. I've been going through some things. I've been trying to heal, So I just needed a minute. But we be back.
We back, and I don't mind when my friends need to take little hiatuses because I'm lazy as fuck. So I did not mind, actually. So it was both of our fault because I was not proactive in getting this show on the road.
Okay.
But last time we spoke, it was May. We are now post 4th of July.
Ain't no 4th of July, bitch. That is not our holiday.
I was just about to ask you too, like, how was your weekend? It's celebrating the 4th.
Celebrate what? Nah, it was an extension of Juneteenth. We just took a break for a week. The fuck?
Because I celebrated on the 2nd and 3rd, and I did not do shit on the 4th. And when I tell you I did not do shit, I didn't get dressed. I laid in bed and I watched murder mysteries.
It's given pandemic. I missed that in the pandemic, honestly.
I liked it
I liked in the pandemic when people left you alone and they just had to leave you alone.
Like
you didn't have to talk to nobody, and nobody. It was understood.
I longed for that time again. I mean, they need to shut the world down. The pandemic is not over. People are broke. I mean, let us shut everything down. Let us sit in the house and get our bread back up. Because we're on the cusp of a recession, but
we're in a recession. I don't know why everybody waiting for this magic number to happen in the stock market, or there to be this magic day that is declared. Gas $5 in 89 cents a gallon in Atlanta, where I live.
I mean, and
the recession
during one of the biggest travel, holiday travel weekends of the year, gas.
I ain't even trying to travel. I'm just trying to get from point A to point B in the little place that I'm at, and it's high. It's fuck.
Which is why I personally did not feel like there was anything to celebrate on the 4th.
Yeah, even buying groceries. Buying groceries you ain't saving money no more buying groceries instead of eating out. So I'm finna eat out.
Yeah, going out to eat and buy, it's neck and neck. It's literally the same.
But it used to be like, okay, let me get these groceries. I can make this meal, stretch it for 2-3 days, save some money. No, not no more. Not no more. First of all, the fucking pack of chicken, they look like fucking horse ankles. Why they that big? That ain't even chicken. What is y'all giving us? And then it's fucking like $15 a pack. Nah.
Horse ankles.
$15 a pack for 6 wingettes. I might as well go to the bar and get the platter. You see what I'm saying? Like, I might as well go get my lemon pepper hots with some fries. If I'm gonna have to, if I get it out the grocery store, I gotta take it home, wash it, season it, cook it. No.
So basically, America sucks.
Per usual.
And a lot.
I don't know why them clear people were celebrating. Celebrating.
Because guns. Because we get to have our guns. We get to have our guns and shit. Okay, we just overturned Roe v. Wade. We're doing the right thing in America.
Girl.
Speaking of guns, another reason I did not go out on the 4th is because there was a shooting here in the Chicago area. It's actually a suburb 25 minutes north of me, called Highland Park. Apparently they have an annual 4th of July parade every year, and there was a mass shooter who killed 7 people and injured what I last heard was 24. So even if I did want to go out, that kind of took the wind out of my sails, because you literally cannot do shit anymore without getting shot.
Girl, you can't go to the parade. You can't go to school. You can't go to the movies. You can't go to the mall. You can't go to church. You can't go to the grocery store. Like, goddamn.
It was safe at home. It was safe in my home watching murder mysteries, and that's what I did on the 4th. So, yeah. Another reason why America sucks is because of Roe v. Wade, which was overturned during our hiatus. That's what we'll call it when we hadn't spoken.
If these men don't do nothing else, is try to control a woman.
I just don't understand the obsession with like a random like coochie that you'll never ever like see, touch, or breathe on. Like none of these politicians or men, they will like never ever meet me or know me. So I don't understand why they're in these positions to make decisions about my coochie. I don't get it.
Child.
What did you think when you saw the headline?
I was just honestly, it's almost like it was like not real because it was so outrageous and absurd and shocking. Like, this is another part of America that's just fucked up, is the fact that y'all got people sitting on the highest court in the nation who are not public elected officials. Donald Trump stacked that Supreme Court during his 4-year tenure, so this very same case will be overturned. He literally planned this. Amy Coney Barrett was the last person he put on the court so that he would be able to get the vote swung in a way that Roe v. Wade would get overturned. But see, had these people been people that were public elected officials, maybe we would have had a better say as to who we wanted making these types of decisions for us. And it's like, I honestly feel like the Democrats not even doing anything about it. Like the Democrats, like I feel like Trump gave them a little in their spirit. Like they had a little bit of fight back. Now they just lay down and just die. Like y'all ain't trying to do nothing. The only person that I ever see speak up is Aunt Maxine. Auntie Maxine always with the shit. She always ready to go. She always knucking if you bucking. Okay. All these other Democrats is just quiet, and it's honestly a little scary because what's going to happen when it's time for us to vote again for the president? Because to be honest, a lot more people will be voting for Trump this time.
Oh yeah,
that didn't vote for him the last time.
Oh yeah,
because the president that we got in there now ain't doing shit but falling off of bikes and stuttering over his fucking words. Like, I don't. Where is the Democratic candidate that is going to come and fucking represent the damn Democrats? Like, it's nobody. It's no spokesperson. Honestly, right now, I feel like the only person in the running that I could see really garnering the American people's support is Governor Gavin Newsom in California. But I think he might be a little bit too progressive for people. Like, you know, California is a place where California is with the shits. You can do whatever here. You can be a man, a woman, a boy, a girl, a tree, a brick, a bird. They don't give a fuck, and everybody getting rights. And so I know for some people that's a little too progressive. But I think
why though? Because people's basic human rights ain't got nothing to do with the next man.
No, they don't. But I don't even think, like, I think most people, and I could be wrong, this is just my opinion, I think most people want other people to be able to do and live and be however they want to be. But I think that sometimes the envelope is pushed so much that they get pushback from that. And what I mean by that is, you can want to be, you can identify, let's say a person is born with an XY chromosome and it makes them a man, and then they want to be identified as a woman. I don't think, there's some people who are going to have a problem with that. But I think that for the people who don't have a problem with it, what they do have a problem with is when you begin to infiltrate, like, them being able to participate in women's sports because they now identify as a woman, when we know that the XY chromosome, which is considered a man at birth, is taller, stronger, muscles are bigger, faster. Like, that's just genetics that can never be altered or changed, no matter what you identify
for
as.
Sure, yep.
And so it's like people will vote against them being able to live how they want when the envelope is pushed too far. And I personally think that envelope is pushed way too far. It's just not fair. Like, you can be who you want to be and identify with who you want to identify, but it shouldn't be to other people's detriment. Right.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. There's a transgender woman who wants to be on the swim team somewhere.
Right. Like,
and it's like, oh,
And it's like, you know, I saw an article. I don't know if this is the same person or situation that you're talking about, but there was a man who was on the men's swim team who was a good swimmer. Like he had good, what did they call it? Rankings, or like he had a good speed with his swim, whatever the dash for the swim was. I don't know how many meters it was, but he would never win. Once he identified as a woman and went through that whole process, oh, he was winning them all. But there's a reason why that is. It's because of your genetics. That's not fair.
Yeah, I understand that, and I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It's very much everyone is free to do whatever they want, but as long as it doesn't like make me uncomfortable or isn't detrimental to me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I still don't understand what overturning what outlawing abortion. Like if I wanted to go get an abortion, what is that doing for the next man? Like that's none of your business.
I think it's just I think it's a lot of different things, but I think ultimately for a lot of people it's just a control factor. Like these niggas want to control everything except the narrative when they're held accountable. Like, you know, like I said in the beginning, like, you know, I had to take some time, I had to do some healing and, you know, this, that, and the third. And I'm going to try not to get into it too much because the master's still working on me. I'm saved and sanctified, but God ain't through with me yet. So I don't want to get to talking about it too much when I ain't completely healed and I end up airing out somebody else's laundry because I ain't going to air my own out. I don't have no laundry that can't nobody see. Like, I just don't. I'm checking all the boxes. So if anybody want to come for me, make sure you can check the motherfuckers off too. But it's like, you know, I just feel like men, I feel like they know what they be doing. They just try to get away with as much as they can if you let them. That goes for the government. That goes for relationships. That goes for parenting. That goes for everything. Like they will literally try to get away with anything if you let them. And when you hold them accountable and hold them to the fire and make them be a man of their word and stand on what they said or what they supposed to be about, they backing away.
Shook. Shook boots.
Damn XY chromosomes.
Ooh, yeah. They are not my favorite.
And it's unfortunate. Like they actually are my favorite. You know, they're my favorite thing to forget. They're my favorite thing to forget because like you said, when you're home, you know, it's safe there. Like you want to be at home and you want to feel comfortable and secure. And that's why I kind of like had to take a step back. And I was really just in the house to myself. Like the phone is on D&D. Let's talk about FaceTime and do not disturb abuse in a minute. But the phone is on D&D. Leave me alone because see, this is my safe haven. Okay. You want to call me arguing? Blocked. You want to text me going back and forth? Ignore. Leave me alone. If you have time to waste and I don't, I just had to just reclaim my time and I had to reclaim my time and take my peace back. And I really wish that it wasn't like that because I am 35 and I am at an age where I want things in life that I have to go after full force and full-fledged at this moment. I was never a person who grew up like I know it's people who like, oh my God, I can't wait to be a mom. Oh, I can't wait to be married. That was never me. And it's not that I didn't want those things. They just weren't at the top of my list of things. Like, oh my God, I want to do this. I want to do this. That just wasn't it for me. I was always okay with if I had got married or had children, if that's what God wanted for me, but it wasn't like it has to happen. And now that I'm at a point where those are things that I do actively desire, I don't have time to play with y'all. we saying I do because if not, I don't want to be a part of this nonsense. Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't exactly like being 35 and single, but and I think it's because I feel like men kind of give you the side eye a little bit, like why are you 35 and you single?
Oh yeah, I've been told that's a red flag. I've been told that's a red flag to be 35, never married, and not have children.
But I feel like those same niggas that are calling us red flags have, 5 kids, 3 baby mamas, and don't have any kind of committed relationship with the baby mamas or just a girlfriend in general. So like, if I'm a red flag, then like, what are you? Because it's giving parachute. You know, it's giving big red parachute. So I was actually talking with one of my girlfriends about this yesterday, because literally all of the family relationships in her life, her mom and dad, her older brother and his wife, you know, it's either, you know, someone's a single parent or they're a product of divorce. And she, you know, there was a picture that went around of some, you know, Black man and a white woman. They got married and they jumped the broom. And she was like triggered by that and very irritated by that, because she's like, you know, I'm a single woman over a certain age with a kid. I'm not even one step close to marriage. I'm not even a step close to having a boyfriend. Meanwhile, we got to look at wedding photos of Black men and white women jumping the broom. They giving this white bitch the privilege of doing something.
Ooh, friend, you poking the bear now, friend.
These white women get the privilege of doing something that Black women don't get to do nowadays, and that Black women couldn't do back in the day. That's the only reason we jumped the broom in the slavery days, because we were not seen as two parties who can marry. And you mean to
give them their history now, friend? Give them their history.
You mean
they don't know.
Hello, you mean to tell me that I'm not getting chosen. No one's trying to marry me, but I got to look at this Black man jump the broom with this white girl. That's, you know, it doesn't make me feel good. I don't like that.
I know that it's triggering. Like, I see stuff on social media all the time. Like, I be reading the comments. I know that it is triggering for a lot of people. I don't personally have a problem with, you know, marry who you want to marry. I don't give
marry who you want to marry, but that's a tradition that should be reserved for us.
Marry the door, marry the brick. I don't give a fuck, but I will be truthful when I say that it stings a little bit. It stings a little bit, and the reason that it stings a little bit is because, unfortunately, in our community, good men are not even rare and not even hard to come by. They damn near not existent. So when you see one that seems like, and see, that's why we got to stop looking at the outside of the house and we don't even know what's inside. You know, people, it's just like, you know, you riding it through a neighborhood, and the neighborhood is so beautiful. The houses are gorgeous. The landscaping is done. You know, they got the nice flag flapping outside of the front door, and inside the house look like shit. The walls falling down, the floors ain't been mopped, there's dishes all up in the sink. We don't even know what that man is, but to us, all we see is a Black man with a white woman in there. We feel some type of way. But I do get it, because, you know, it is a little bit triggering. Like, well, if it's a good Black man out here, why he ain't get with one of us? Why you ain't get a sister? You know, I get it. I really do.
Yeah, she was, so, you know, she had expressed, you know, her distaste and just her overall frustration with kind of, you know, a Black woman's kind of plight, especially as it relates to like partnership, marriage, and having a family. And she said, you know, I feel like all we can do is trust God's timing. And I really, like, when I was 30, I just knew I was going to be married and have a kid. And so I really had to have like a come to Jesus, like, baby girl, it ain't happening for you. And to get,
you mean like, when did you say that? Like at 35? Is that what you're saying?
When I turned 30 and my relationship had fell apart, I had to face the reality that I wasn't going to be 30 married with a kid. You know,
okay, got you. Okay.
You know, I knew that there was going to be a 3-year span of time before I would even get to that point, you know, because you want to at least date someone for a couple of years. Let's say you get engaged, and then a year after that, you're married. That's 3 years. And then within 2 more years, you want to try to have some babies. So
will it take another year for the baby to get here?
So at 30, you're like, okay, well, at least by 35, this should happen. Well, I'm 35 now and it hasn't happened. But in these last 5 years, I had to realize to long for, you know, marriage and companionship and having a family would be to discredit everything else that's very fulfilling in my life. And so I'm okay being single and 35 because I want to meet my husband. I want to date him. I want to fall in love. I want to have a successful, happy marriage. I want to be a happily married husband and wife. I want to be happily married parents. I want to be a happily married couple that's raising our kids. I want to be a happily married couple when our kids are grown. And I want to be a happily married couple when we retire and we're empty nesters. I want a long, healthy, happy marriage. And that's not easy. And it has to be with someone that is fully committed to, one, you, and two, what marriage is and what it requires. And
but see, that's the red flag for me. For me, I don't personally understand why a woman being of a certain age, not married and not having children will be a red flag, but not the red flag being the woman who has a child, not married, and not in a relationship with the child's father or mother. Like that's the red flag for me. Like, I would not want to, I don't understand why people are so obsessed with having children with someone who won't even commit to you as a person. No, that doesn't mean that your marriage is going to be perfect or that divorce doesn't happen. But if you can't even at the begin say, I love you so much, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, why would you have a baby by somebody? Because they definitely finna be in your life for the rest of your life. I'm 35 and it's things that I do that I need my mama and my daddy in the room. I don't want two different birthdays. Okay. And maybe that shit was cool and cute when I was 8 and 9 and I got 2 parties and 2 sets of gifts, but it's fucking Christmas and I don't want to be riding from house to house, parent to parent, step parent, and all this, then the third. Like, I just don't understand our community's obsession with being co-parents and not wives and not
husbands. I've
had
a couple of chicks like, it's funny, they're like, girl, you getting up there, you need to hurry up and have some kids. And it makes me like, it's like nails on a chalkboard when I hear that, because and I don't want to say anything that's like negative or wrong, but it's just kind of like, yeah, I could hurry up and like have some kids so I can be like you. But
are you even happy though? Like, you want me to hurry up and have kids and you have kids and all you do is complain about them. Yeah, you love your babies, but what?
It's looking like a hard life over there. It's looking like I'm sorry, because like, yes, I do very well for myself. But and if I wanted to trap a nigga, and when I say trap a nigga, I mean just trap him and just have a baby, not trap him and be like, you got to provide for me. If I wanted to trap a nigga and have a kid, I could totally do it. And me and my baby, we gonna be all right. We gonna live a good life. I can do all of that. You know what I'm saying? I could do that just fine.
Right.
I don't want to.
I don't either.
With my husband. I want to leave the hospital with my husband and our first child, and I want
going to our home together.
That's what I want.
Not you dropping me off and you be back tomorrow. Nah, nigga.
I'm gonna be over here in a couple days.
I'm nudging your ass in the chest. Get your ass up and get your child, because I'm asleep.
I want my nigga to get up with me. I want, when a baby's crying.
And that's some night, every night.
I want him
we done with the spend the night bags, okay?
I want to be able to be like, no, babe, don't worry, I got it. And be like, no, I want to get up. Or no, babe, you stay asleep. I want to get up with the baby. I want somebody that's invested in me, in our family, in our love, I want somebody that's invested.
And fellas, don't get it twisted. The women who are 35 and single with no children, don't think we couldn't have had a baby by one of you no good ass niggas.
And don't think that I'm lonely.
Don't think that you niggas is always walking a straight line, wrapping your dick up like you're supposed to.
The misconception.
We could have been had some babies.
Yeah.
But we're smarter than it.
There's also a misconception that like I don't get like niggas. Like I don't have
girl.
That's because that's not the issue.
Talk about it. Okay.
Like I'm not like if I wanted to call somebody up. If I wanted to call somebody up right now, it was like, hey, baby, come through. He's coming through. And he gonna take them draws off if I want him to. Like that, I mean, I can control that. Like I'm fully in control of that situation. I got a few niggas I can call if I wanted to do that. So that's not it. It's like, I'm getting chose. I'm just not choosing them.
Ooh, that's a word.
I'm getting chose. I'm just not choosing them. And there's a variety of reasons why I'm not choosing them. And those same niggas can go crawl back into their little home, be like, well, that's why she's single and 35. Oh, okay. And if being selective and picky and actually wanting to get involved in something that's legit, true, safe, then I'll be that. I will be that. And you can stay in your little fucking hole with your broke ass. Because that's the other part of it too. The niggas are broke.
Right.
My homeboy.
What if 35 was the age that I just got to a place where I was financially comfortable bringing a child into the world? Y'all be bringing kids into the world and going to get food stamps like that is the norm.
And got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. Like
y'all be needing all this damn assistance and this, that, and the third. And if you need it, go get it. But y'all literally have babies. And you think it's supposed to happen like the government supposed to help y'all take care of y'all babies. Now that they didn't overturn Roe v. Wade, maybe they should, goddamn it.
I mean, okay. I personally wouldn't mind an EBT card, but I understand.
At this point, honestly, don't ask me why I'm single and 35 with no kids. Because I'm single and I'm 35, but I actually have kids. You know what my kids is? Your fucking kids. All them goddamn taxes that I gotta pay because I'm single with no fucking kids and I make the money that I make. I take care of your babies, motherfucker. Okay, let me get some of your stimmy. Let me get some fucking food stamps this month. Okay, them are kids. Can I carry them on my taxes next year? Okay. Oh, all right. So don't ask me no questions about me, no 35 and single. I'm 35 single and helping you raise your little ones. Boo. Don't get me fired up in here. Shit.
She said, these are our kids.
Them our fucking rugrats. Okay?
Woo!
Fucking crumb snatchers.
Not crumb snatchers.
Y'all be wanting to act like or pretend on social media like you live in a lavish lifestyle. Baby, you supposed to got rid of the white couch. That won't for you no more when Lil Junior was running around with Cheetos and fucking fruit punch all over his hands and fingers. Get rid of the white couch. I'm tired of seeing y'all dirty white couches on Instagram. You got kids, it's not gonna work. Let it go.
Ooh, well.
Rent a Center want they shit back.
Center. Oh my gosh, you points
stepping on toes.
Points were made though.
Stepping on toes, pulling cards. Yeah, I'm doing all of that. That's just the phase that I'm in right now. And let me tell you a little bit of what happened today. I'm not gonna get too much into it because, like I said, God ain't through with me yet, and I don't know what might.
And we're still healing.
We're still in our healing phase. But let me tell you what really just took me there today. I've been not taking it there when I could, and I should, but I've been not taking it there. I've been over here in my peace, in my safe haven, minding my business. And I got tried. And I just don't understand, why do people think that I'm the one to try? I'm not.
You're like literally not the one.
I'm really not. Because you can call it childish, petty. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I need to grow up. I ain't grown. So don't fucking try me. Because I am very vindictive and I like to get my revenge. I don't care if you did something to me on January 1st, the year 2000. I might get you back on July the 6th, 2022.
I think, and I love this
about
just how
you.
I am. These are, and this is where the same difference comes up, because you are very like vengeful. Whereas me, I'm like out of sight, out of mind, wash my hands of it. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't know you.
I get there after I get my lick.
So you gotta get your lick back first. Me, I don't even be giving a fuck about that lick.
My lick's different.
I love to ghost.
My lick's is real different. Friend, okay, my licks hit way different. Yep, they do.
Okay, so tell me what happened to you and I'll tell you how I would handle it.
Okay, so I'm just going to give you like a little bit of background with, like I said, without revealing too much. And I might talk about it more. Like I probably will talk about it more.
We have so much to cover for so much longer, girl.
Right. So like, as I get towards the ending stage of this healing process, maybe I'll talk about it more. But as you can see right now, I ain't there yet. And so I have been in a place where I have been very to myself. I have been keeping my distance from this person and situation that I have been healing from. I have been just, I cut out all the extra stuff. Or I've been to myself. And so it really irritates me and upsets me that in the midst of me minding my business, you hop back in my business and irritate me. And now see, I gotta mind yours. Mm-hmm. So you tell me what you would have done. Someone, this guy that I was talking to, I have been leaving him alone. We're still somewhat cordial for some business reasons at the moment, but we had some work to do today, some business work to do today. We got it taken care of. And then once we parted ways, a couple of hours later, they sent me a text message telling me that they didn't like something that I had done in the past. You didn't like something that I did in the past. I got a long list of about 10 months long of shit that I don't like that you did. So let me go ahead and start listing the motherfuckers for you. And then when I started doing that, now I'm rude.
See,
now
and that's where we're the same. Now because I'm a Virgo and we hold stuff in. I collect.
No, you don't get to poke the bear.
Piece.
You don't get to poke the bear and be acting shocked and surprised when the bear bites your ass back.
I love it. Oh, this what we doing? I got time today.
Yeah, and I had all the time in the world. I sure the fuck did. Now don't try that shit again. Okay? Because I've been keeping it real fucking cute with you. I've been really keeping it cute with you. And I shouldn't be. Honestly, all of my friends telling me that I shouldn't. But I'm keeping it real fucking cute with you. Now, the next time you try me, gonna be the last time you try me. And that I promise you. Now, see, that's how I am. Now, friend, you tell me what you would have done. Because we the same, but we different.
So the same thing, we're the same. So when you pulled out the CVS receipt of things, when you pulled out your receipts, you want to talk about something I did on this day? Oh, okay. So remember on that day and that one time we were at that one place, you had that thing on, I was wearing this. Oh, yes, I'm pulling all the receipts.
Yeah.
So you and I are the same in that you want to bring up some shit. Okay, let's talk about it. I'm someone that's like, if you rub me the wrong way, in my romantic relationships, I give more chances. But if you rub me the wrong way one time, normally I'm done with you.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't give chances. I just don't like, and I do it because I know myself very well. I'm always remember that shit. Mm-hmm. It's always going to be in the back of my mind. Mm-hmm. In that moment, if I feel a certain way and then later on down the line you do something, it's going to trigger me and I feel immediately, or I feel exactly how I felt in that moment. Like it's always going to be like that. Mm-hmm. So for you to have been involved with someone for a long time, something happens, you guys are actually in each other's company, doing business together, which, for me seems like the perfect time to address the situation. And then you have the nerve to go home and then call me a couple hours later and be like, well, yeah, I was mad at you because you did this 3 months ago. Well, where the fuck was all of this when we were face to face?
We were literally with each other 3 hours ago.
And you didn't bring it up, but now you want
to come back and you want to disrupt my peace. I'm over here in peace.
Like
I'm in peace and you disrupted me. And see, now I don't have peace. Now you can't have no fucking peace. We both gonna be in hell suffering.
Well, and it's already hard enough having to deal with you and work with you.
Right. Exactly.
So I'm just trying to get through this shit. And you're over it, like you said, you're over here poking the bear. So for me, I'm gonna go the fuck off and then I'm blocking you. But y'all do business together, so it ain't that easy. I would be reluctant to go into business with a partner because things can go awry.
And that's why they say you don't do this type of business. They say don't do business with your friends, but I feel like sometimes you know which friends to do business with and which ones not to do business with. And
I don't shit where I eat. So like I mean, but you know, Joy, you're a charismatic, beautiful woman.
Thanks,
I know
friend.
you guys work in the creative environment, so it's like it's just different. Whereas in corporate America, I'm not fucking with this nigga that work on my team. I'm not doing that.
Right.
But
And then also like when you relate it to corporate America, it's like when I didn't like a job, I fucking left. And so I don't ever want what I'm doing to start to feel like work because I'm out. Fuck the money and fuck you. Like I don't have to do this shit. I don't. And it's gonna push me to a point that I don't want to. And I don't want it to get to that point. But if we gotta take it there, we there. We can get there quick, real quick.
Well, I think you can't put a price on happiness. And if you need to fire this person because they are not meeting expectations, that's fine. People get fired all the time, and there are plenty of other people that you can do business with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we are the same in that, oh, I'm gonna pull your card. I've got receipts. But different in the sense that, you know, once I pull your card and I provide all the receipts, now I'm done with you. You want to exact revenge and then be done. Which is fine, which is fine too. I mean, for me, honestly, it would have to depend on the situation. Like if it was a nigga that cheated on me or something, and it was just if he did me like super fucking dirtball, I might have to. Oh, I'm tripping. What happened? Are you still there? Oh, my camera went crazy. If I got to get on my bully and like do some shit back, like just, you know, I know you have an acquaintance that's been liking me. He ain't really your homeboy, but he be in the mix and he want to take me out on a date.
Ooh, now I ain't never did that, friend.
I might just go walk around the park with him and be seen.
Yeah, I ain't never did that. But see, like my thing be like, I be knowing too much and having too much dirt on people for them to do me dirty. Because when it's time to air out laundry, I'm gonna come out clean in the wash. Now, can you say the same? Oh, okay.
Spicy. Spicy. Well, God bless the
but I'm on my healing journey, so y'all just
Godspeed to the young king in whatever the fuck it is he think he
starting the healing process is hard. Because now let me tell you, because the reason why it's hard is because starting the process means you're stopping what was going on. And what's going on is there's something that pushed you to the healing process, whether it is
a loss.
You know, you argue too much, or you don't see, you know, you just at odds all the time, or there's cheating involved, or there's, you know, just any type of something that pushes you to the point where you got to get to the healing process. That alone is hard, because once you start, it's like you got to cut certain stuff off. You kind of got to like dead the situation and dead the relationship or the friendship right then and there. And that is the hard part, walking away. Walking away means you're starting the healing process. If the healing process starts here, and you know the ending of it is here, and y'all, we are on YouTube. The podcast is recorded audio and video, so if you want to put some names to faces, or wait, if you want to put names to voices, I guess you can find us on YouTube, Same Difference Podcast. But if the healing process starts here and the end of the process is here, I'm right here in the middle, and I got one foot on each side of the line.
Okay.
You sending me and texting me this bullshit is gonna pull me back, and when I have to come all the way back, I'm gonna snatch your ass. So tread light.
We're going back together.
Please be careful with me. No, I don't want to be back together. I don't. It was
no. Like we're going to hell together.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna drop your ass off in hell, and I'm coming back, and I'm gonna finish my fucking healing process. But yeah, don't do that. Like I'm in a good place. I've been in a good place. Honestly, we've been in a good place. Like I just don't know. Like why do men play these games? Like it's so many stories on TikTok about, you know, this stuff that women are going through behind these niggas, and it's like it ain't just me. It ain't just me, and it ain't just, you know, this person or this one guy. It's like a collective effort to be assholes. And I'm not understanding who the fuck raised you niggas. Like I have two younger brothers who are 22, and I be telling them all the time, like, I would literally cave your fucking chest in if you do some stupid shit like this to a woman. No.
I am a firm believer in out of sight, out of mind. Like when a nigga do me wrong, block to the block and we don't stop. Like block on everything. Twitter, Facebook, phone, Instagram. Like you are blocked. Blocked. Like I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to deal with you. Because for me, I feel like if we're in a situation where there's a break, we're done, we're not talking anymore. I don't want any lingering things. Because what happens is you're right. Here's the healing journey. Here's the end. You're right here, and then they want to. I don't want to get pulled back. It takes a lot. After 10 months, was it? It's going to take you 5 months to finally get comfortable not dealing with that person in a romantic setting. It is a healing journey. And if there's anything that's going to disrupt my healing journey the most, it's going to be a continued interaction with someone that's been hurting me all this time. I'm not trying to be hurt no more. I'm trying to be done. So what I will say in these other men's defense, which I would never do in any other circumstance, because defend men, what? I can come off kind of cold and I can shut down completely. But that is just how I heal. That is how I protect my heart, my mind, and my space. Like I shut down, and I'm already kind of a hard shell as it is.
Same.
So when I'm open up to you and I'm like into you, like especially if you're like a nigga that was in the friend zone and I let you out of the friend zone.
Girl, listen. I'm talking about a nigga you literally said, please leave me alone.
Like I don't want
I am not interested in you. It's never gonna be you, boo. Leave me alone.
Like and then for whatever reason something happens, a kiss, a little liquor, something
try
happens,
to give a nigga a chance,
and then you're like, and I am a one man woman, one man woman. I don't particularly like to talk to multiple niggas.
I can't do that either.
I'm just not. I mean, sure. I mean, do I want a food nigga and a drink nigga and a weed nigga and a this nigga and a that nigga? I mean, that in a perfect world, that would be amazing to have a starting lineup. But the reality for me is I want companionship and partnership. So if I meet a guy and there's mutual interest, I just want to explore that because I want to give this man a chance. Dating, yes, we can date and go out, but the one person that I'm locked in on, it's usually just one person. It's not like, oh my God, I like them both. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, me either.
Because I don't want to put myself through that turmoil.
And see, for me, what usually happens is when I do that and I end up pushing one person away, it's like when the person I was interested in fuck up, the person I turned away is like, girl, you've been paying me dust.
Bye. I mean, I'm talking to somebody else now. I've moved on. And then they are kind of the one that got away. I don't think any nigga is the one that got away, but you know what I mean.
Girl, trust me. Not only did I get away, I thank God for grace and not sticking me in a situation that I was dying to get out of. No thanks.
I was seeing somebody for a couple of months, and I won't even classify this. I mean, I guess you could classify it as seeing him. We were dating. He wasn't my man. By any stretch of the imagination. Like it literally was only a couple months. We had met each other. It was like heart eye emojis when we first met, like chemistry palpable. You could feel it in the air. Like both of us, whatever was happening in that moment was like mutual. But I feel like I was love bombed. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, I have.
And not love bombed in the sense that he was doing all of these amazing, wonderful, like grand things. But when we met and the person that he presented himself to be was like, in my mind, I was like, oh, no, I didn't move to Chicago in 2 months. I already got it. Oh, look at her. Done got a nigga already. Because that's
how they get you, girl. That's how they get you. That's how they roll your ass in.
Like, oh, you thought you talking about you here, you in Chicago, you outside day 60. And you already like locked down. Like that was what was like really funny about it. But as the 2 months unfolded, then I got to see then obviously the personalities, the dust has settled, all of the glitter and shit has fallen to the ground. And then it became like, oh, dude's cool, but I don't know if we're like a personality match. And I have the tendency to be passive aggressive at times, so I can spot that. I can spot that shit in an instant. And he had, passive aggressive tendencies. And so my point is, this was a situation where I don't necessarily feel like he wronged me. And it's like, fuck you, I don't want to talk to you. I think the story he's going to tell is that I wronged him. But this could be a critique that somebody has about me, but like when I feel like something is not going right, I immediately shut down. In shutting down, my interaction with you isn't going to be soft. It isn't going to be sweet. It's going to be real dry. It's going to be really passive.
And see, this is where we are the same, because I have literally been told the same thing, and I know that about myself. Like, I don't think any woman wants to be like
I don't want to be a bitch all the time.
Well, no, not even a bitch, but it's like, men talk about women being submissive or women being just, like peaceful, and it's like, no woman wants to be hard and
on guard.
Right. But it's like, y'all make us that way, because I feel like when I'm first interested in someone and I'm really liking them, I am soft, and then the little things you do make me harder and harder each time, to the point that, nigga, I knock your fucking teeth out. Don't do that. Like, I feel like that's like literally, that is like the perfect explanation of how I am. Like,
well,
girl, tired, child. I'm tired.
What ended up happening was, we had a misunderstanding, but it wasn't a misunderstanding. It was my needs weren't being met. And I had communicated in probably not the best way that my needs weren't being met. That was the message. You're not meeting my needs. What he was interpreting was, oh, you want me to do things on your time. You want me to do things when you want them, and I don't like that. No, sweetheart. If I send you a picture and I'm looking fine and shit, and when I say I'm looking fine, like this isn't, well, maybe he didn't think the picture was fine. No. I sent him a bomb ass picture. But the backstory is, I was out with some friends having a wonderful weekend, and he was working all weekend. And he was salty about that. Now, was he ever going to really verbalize, I'm kind of upset that I'm like locked into this work assignment and I don't really have the freedom to go out and do stuff like he wasn't going to verbalize that, because that's just too much like right. Instead, I'm going to send him a picture of me looking like really cute and all dressed up outside, and he's going to respond with, oh, have fun. Okay. Now, in that moment, I could have jumped on him and be like, what the fuck you mean have fun? You ain't going to tell me I'm fine, nigga? What's that? No. Everyone is in the DM saying I'm fine. It's fine. It's
Facts.
Fine.
Facts.
The man that I want to say I look fine
ain't giving me no noise.
Ain't nothing. Yeah. Not a heart, not a flame, nothing. Nothing. And it later, as that weekend and that little, back and forth unfolded, he was salty. You got to work 24/7, sun up to sundown. I don't. You see me as somebody that you're talking to, so in your mind, I don't need to be outside like that. You're not going to.
Well, if he ain't locking nothing in, he don't get no say so on that.
I think he thought he was locking something in, but he was also like, "Oh, she's."
But locking something in don't mean I got to be locked in the house, because I'm still gonna go outside and have a good time, which I'm ready to go outside. Like, oh my God, I annoy myself.
His attitude should have been, this is a really pretty, beautiful girl who just moved to Chicago. Of course she's going to be outside. Let me do what I need to do to make sure that she's going outside, but she ain't doing a lot of window shopping. Look, but don't touch.
Too much like, right. I talk about all the time, I'm going outside. And really, I be inside. I be in the bed. I be wrapped up under the covers with the air on 69, feeling good, feeling great.
I've been outside. I've been outside having a good time.
Friend, you always outside, and I want to go.
Okay, don't say always. Don't say always.
I mean, friend, it look like you always outside.
You're like the fourth person that's like, you always outside.
You are though, but I want to live that life. I want to be in that number. Can I join the club? What's the membership fee?
I don't be outside.
I want to be outside.
Where
the niggas at? Where the fine niggas is at?
So that's the thing. My outside, I gave up like going outside looking, like trying to catch something.
Well, you know what? It's not even so much that I'm trying to catch something, but I think like the vibe, like, you know, I think in general, like everybody's not at this point, but I feel like a lot of people are. A lot of people are over the whole let's go to the club and get a section and stand on the couch and smoke the hookah and drink.
It's expensive.
And drink the $60 bottle that we paid $600 for. Like, no. I think we just like Atlanta, at least, like we kind of over it.
Nobody wants, but who wants to do that?
Well, I mean,
even if I got it, even if I got it, Joy, which I do most times, I don't be wanting to spend that shit. That shit is stupid to me. Mm-hmm. You want me to pay what? I can go get this bottle of Douce for $55, and you want me to pay $375 for optics? Fuck the optics.
And that's really what it is. It's what reel can I create? It's like people are literally going out to eat just so they can make a reel.
My life is a highlight reel. So much. I don't have time to make reels like people say. Oh, you should do.
I'm trying to make the time because I actually like the reels. But it's it's like literally people are literally getting dressed, putting on clothes, putting on a face, driving in the car, walking in the restaurant, ordering the food, getting the drink. Like they're literally, it's like a staged life. Now I'm not into that per se, but it's like I want to be outside, but I don't want to be outside like that. I don't want to be in the section. I'm trying to go where the vibes is at. Where are the men who are good men who don't mind spending money on a woman to have a nice time? And I'm talking about, I've met some of them like in passing, like, oh, you go to like, I'll go out to eat by myself. I'll go sit at the bar by myself, have a drink, whatever the case may be. And there have been people who will buy a drink, have good conversation. You go your way and they go theirs. But it's like, sometimes these men get to buy one funky ass $12, $15 drink. And then you think I owe you some pussy at the end of the night. Confusion. It's not making sense to me. It's giving confusion. It's giving mental illness. It's giving, are you slow? Are you dumb?
I love the niggas that stand at the bar with you while you're ordering your drink, trying to chat you up and chit chat and just chat and chit chat. And you get your little drink that you pay for yourself. And then they think you about to stand there and continue to chit chat. Get out of my face, bro.
Well, if the conversation is good, I don't mind talking to you, but you're not finna stand over me. Like whether I buy a drink or you buy a drink, you're not gonna stand over top of me all night talking to me.
No.
If we have good conversation,
I got my drink at the bar and I'm about to go walk away from you.
Right, because 9 times out of 10, I came there for a vibe or I came there with friends and I intend to do those things. But if we have good conversation, you're welcome to ask for my number and maybe we can go get a drink later. But like that hovering over me,
or you can buy me a drink.
You know, the ice cubes is melting and you still talking to me. Buy me another drink, nigga. Like what the fuck?
These girls, they don't.
And this is the other thing.
They don't have the money.
Why are men so upset that women are getting the food and the drink dates? If you want to be the bitch, just say that. You want me to ask you on a date. You want me to pick you up. You want me to pay the tab. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of old fashioned in that way where I just think that there are things that men should do just because they men. I don't know. That's just me. I'm all with, you know, well, I'm not going Dutch with you. I'm just not. There are women who will, and those are the women for you, but she's not me.
I will wine and dine you, and I will take you out on a date and spend money on you, like after you've put some time in.
Right. I'm not agreed. Same.
Like, no, I encountered a scenario with someone who made sure to highlight more than once that he liked to be wined and dined and that it was okay for me to like plan dates for him.
See, that's the nigga that wants you to get on bended knee and ask for his dusty ass, rough, wrinkled up knuckles in marriage. Like, oh, this shit just irritates me. Like when I see those videos on Instagram of a woman on her fucking knee asking a man to marry her.
I scroll right past that because I don't need that negativity in my life. The fuck out of here with that.
That is not the life God wants you to live, sister. It's not.
A nigga to marry me. No, you see Chrissy and Jim Jones.
Yeah, I don't really know too much of that story because I don't watch reality TV, but from what I think I understand.
She proposed to that nigga on Love and Hip Hop. They still not married. That was 10 years ago. Please. Please. I ain't asking a nigga for his hand in shit. No.
But these bills.
Thank you. That's it. But yeah,
and for the record, I'm also not that girl. Like, I don't expect a man to pay my bills.
No.
I would like my man to want to help me pay a bill, whether I need the help or not. But it's not like, oh, like, and also I think dating has to be looked at as a trial run to marriage. Actually, I think that's actually what dating, the intention of dating is supposed to be. That's how it was. That's how it used to be, at least. Dating was a trial run for marriage to see if this is someone who fits the qualities that you desire and meets your needs. So like, you can't want to, it's just like when men say, okay, well, I want a wife or a woman that can cook and clean. Well, when you dating her, if she don't cook and clean, you realize if you marry her, she ain't finna cook and clean, right? So it's like, if I'm in a hard, let's say I got my tire blow out on my car, and I call the man that I'm dating and I say, babe, I need you to come put this spare on my car. I feel like you should be coming to put the spare on my car. You should be sending somebody to do it. Calling, whether it's paying for AAA or tow truck or whatever the case may be. And if you aren't able to do that, you don't fit the qualities that I would want or desire in a husband. Like, this is a pretense. Dating is supposed to be a trial run. It's a pretense to marriage. It's you showing and them showing what they're going to be like if you were to decide to spend the rest of your life with them.
Well, I think old boy.
So if you hard pressing me for a $15 drink, it's not looking like you're going to pay the light bill this month.
Or buy me what I asked for my birthday, because I want. So yeah, I have expectations. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, right now I'm in the space of, it's safe in my home. It's safe over here. Dating is so unsafe, whether it's like your trust being betrayed, your loyalty being tested. All of my close girlfriends have had serious relationships, and most of those relationships have fallen apart. And it hasn't been any of their faults. Granted, I am getting their side of the story, but it's not like I'm going out of my way to find out the nigga side of the story, because my loyalty is to my girlfriends. I don't give a fuck what they did, nigga. It's always gonna be fuck you. So one thing I had told my mom was like, I know everybody's like wondering and hoping and praying for me that I, find love and, get married and have a kid. And I said, but mom, the horror stories are just too, there's too many. There's too many. And so honestly, all I can do is just focus on me. Just focus on me. Make sure I'm taking my vitamins. Make sure I'm taking care of my body. Making sure I'm just I have to take care of me, indulging in all of the self-care, because if and when, and I want to say when I meet my man and we have a family, when am I going to be able to take care of me and tap in and nurture my soul and my spirit like this? Because I'm going to be so busy pouring into everyone else and nurturing everyone else. I'm thankful that I am single and I'm 35 and I don't have any kids, and that I am too. I don't feel like I've ever been in a position financially or mentally to be caring for a whole nother human being. Right. And I didn't have the time, and I really didn't even have a desire. Like, no, I didn't want to have a baby at 25. I didn't want to have a baby at 30. I was living life. When I was living life, I wasn't also living life while finding sitters. And there's nothing wrong with that for the people that have to do it. But that ain't what I wanted for me. Right. Like, that's not like, I got the rest of whenever to be a parent. Why would I need to be rushing that at a time where I like coming and going as I fucking please? I got animals too, girl. So it's already like a small dose of life. And that's almost like having children though, because you have to get up, you got to walk the dog, and you got to feed the cat and make sure they go to the vet. And I just don't want to do that. Like, some nights I have potato chips for dinner, and I'm cool with that. Okay, I don't want to cook, so I'm having chips for dinner. I'm having Prosecco for dinner tonight. Grapes, okay, I'm not warming up no bottles. I'm not preparing no chicken nuggets.
and broccoli. Like it's not, I think people rush into that too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I think people don't talk about enough how much life there is to be lived alone before you rush into being a parent. Like,
and that's why Lori Harvey said deuces.
Lori Harvey is teaching the girls. Take notes, boo. She living her life and leaving these niggas in the fucking dust.
Is people sexiest man alive? She said, I don't give a fuck about that shit.
She is really showing you how to date.
Yep.
Okay. She is dating. She not fucking around with every 2-3 months you see her on the scene with another nigga. No, she's dating these men. She's in relationships with these men. And when she's done with the relationship, sis move on.
Mm-hmm.
Sis moves on, and she don't move on and take baggage with her. Like, so many people get into relationships, and every relationship they go into another relationship with a baby and another baby and another baby. And every time you move from person to person, not only
you have a baby with that baby,
but you taking the nigga too. Cause now that's your baby daddy and you got to deal with him. I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't. So I don't feel no type of way. I'm not ashamed that I'm 35, single with no children. I'm actually happy about it. So now there are things that I desire that don't look like that down the line, but I'm not going to just rush and have a baby just for the sake of saying, I'm 35 now and I got a baby. Like, no, like, you niggas are dumb. Y'all are dumb. Dumb.
And again, I got up yesterday on a whim and went to a little hot yoga class. Wonderful. Had the most wonderful evening afterwards. Went to yoga class again today. Came home, had me a little sushi, for my little early dinner, whatever you want to call it. And then I was like, okay, we get on a podcast. I'm having me some wine. And then I'm crawling in that fucking bed. And I'm going to give me a good night's rest because I did some hot yoga and I took care of myself and I had me a little glass of wine. Like,
so is that your self-care, hot yoga?
Yeah, it is. I'm girl, because I'm 35. Stiff. Bitch is stiff. Like,
wait, that ain't hit me yet, friend. Why you stiff?
Just, one thing I like to do is I like to work out and I don't stretch.
Okay.
You should stretch before.
I stretch even when I don't work out.
I'm not someone that's just like, let me get up and just stretch today. Like, I'll do stuff for my back, like I'll crack my back and, I'll do my normal morning, like, I know stretch, but to actually really like stretch my legs, stretch out them hips, like all of that. No. So I've been going to hot yoga because I love to sweat. I love that heat in the room. And then just, just to get a little bit more like limber, like a bitch is stiff. Like, and I'm doing yoga for a variety of reasons, but
I'm worried because when you get this husband, is he gonna be able to bend you all type of ways? Like, he gonna need to bend you because you stiff, bitch.
He is. That's why I'm doing yoga now.
This bitch says she's stiff. I'm weak.
That's why I'm not worried about these niggas, because when the right one come along, boy, he gonna have me folded up like a pretzel and it ain't gonna hurt. It's not going to hurt. He gonna be like, ooh, she bendy.
Or at least it ain't gonna hurt in that moment, but shit, the day after, the 2 days after that, your ass gonna be moving slow as fuck, sore as hell.
Maybe if I stay up on my yoga practice, girl, we done put both of my feet behind my head.
I don't know, man. I'm just so funny when it comes to stuff like, oh, what fucking hot yoga, bitch. I'm not going in nowhere and sweating my fucking hair out. I'm not doing it.
I love it.
Like, I'm gonna hit a slight 1-2 on the treadmill, but I prefer weighted exercises because it helps not only like build strength, but the weights help burn more calories. That whole cardio thing, I be getting into it now. I can do it now because I got braids, but I'm natural. I ain't finna be in no gym sweating my fucking roots out.
Oh, because my hair has been sweated out 2 days in a row. But Joy, I feel so like relaxed and just.
Let me think. What do I do for self-care?
Yeah, what do you? That's how we should close our episodes. Like, what are you doing for self-care this week, and what are you gonna?
Oh well, baby, you don't ask me that every week because it might not. I don't think I'm doing something every week.
It could be anything. It could be
no self-care, but
it could be a sheet mask.
Well,
nails
see, I don't know
done.
that self-care necessarily for me is beauty or spa type of services related, because sometimes for me that's work. It's work for me to have to make a nail appointment and go to the nail appointment. It's like sitting there and having to have my hands on something. That shit ain't fucking relaxing getting my damn nails
A
done.
face mask at night.
Nah. Mm-mm.
So
I
what
might do a
self-care
face
do you
mask.
do, girl?
I might do a face mask every now and then when I've been smoking my vape too much and not drinking enough water. Like I'm thirsty right now because I've been drinking this Prosecco. I wish I had a bottle of water in here. But if I feel like my mouth is a little bit dry, I might do a moisture face mask because I know that that also means that my skin might be a little bit dry. But self-care for me probably honestly ain't beauty. But let me tell you what I did do 2 or 3 nights ago. I don't know how good you can see them. Y'all see my lashes? Can you see my lashes?
Yeah.
I hadn't had my lashes done in a while, like months, because the person that was doing my lash tech when I first moved to Atlanta, fucking phenomenal. I didn't even do 2-week fills. Right? You used to ask me about my lashes. I didn't even do 2-week fills. I did 3-week fills. Like my lash retention was impeccable. And then she stopped doing lashes because she was going to medical school and I had to find someone else. And I went through a couple of people and it was like, I wake up and all my fucking lashes is on the pillow. I know how to sleep with lashes. Like I've been getting my lashes done since probably like 2018. So, or 2017, 2018. So it's not like I don't know what I'm doing. I got tired of giving these bitches $150 every other week or for a new set or $90 every other week for a fill. And the shit never lasted. So you know what I did? I spent $15 and I went to Sally's and I got the long cluster, like however I like my lashes. And like right now, they're not like I did them a couple of days ago and I haven't brushed them today. Or maybe I brushed them earlier before I did my makeup, but I can make them like a wispy look, which is the look that I really like. And it cost me $15, bitch. And I sat and it took me, this was my first time doing it. And it took me maybe an hour and a half. These bitches ain't ever getting my money again. I'm always doing my own lashes. Like it's lit. Like I would highly, highly, highly recommend. I just watched a video on YouTube and I was like, I could do that. So I went to Sally's and got it. Cost me $15. That was for the glue, the lashes, and the little lash tweezer thing I bought. But for me, self-care, I would say is.
So that was self-care.
It wasn't. It was work. For me, self-care is like self-care to me is something that I'm not going to look forward to doing my lashes. Like that's work to me. Self-care for me is being in my bed. I just took a hot shower. I'm in the bed naked with the covers pulled up to my neck and watching, probably not even watching Netflix. I probably turned the TV on and didn't do nothing but scroll my phone the whole time. I might watch Netflix. Okay. And I fall asleep just like that's my self-care. Just being left alone. And it's like somebody called my phone and it's like, ain't nothing wrong. I just don't want to talk. Like I don't even feel like opening my mouth and speaking. So,
well, yeah, my self-care this week was yoga, which is something I'm going to incorporate into my lifestyle. In particular,
it's time to put the Prosecco down. I'm about to spill this shit. Go ahead.
I like the class. I like sweating. I like to be, that much more sweaty because it's 95 degrees in the room. And then of course I'm stretching out my body,
Okay.
I need to be limber.
Well, I think that's all. Like, do you be on TikTok? See, I feel like you used to be on TikTok and I used to be sending you stuff and you wasn't responding. So
I don't really know how it
works. On fucking Twitter running her mouth, going viral and shit.
I don't go viral on Twitter.
Bitch, ever. You be having viral tweets, bitch. I be seeing.
Like two. I've had 2 viral tweets. Yes, Twitter and Instagram is my playground. Everyone always says, you need to do reels, you need to do this, you need to do that. And like one day I am just going to lock in and make a bunch of reels. The thing is, I'll make a bomb ass reel and pick a song and then Instagram will hit me with this is banned in all of these countries because and it's just like, well, what the fuck? Like, well, fuck the reel then. I wanted 5,000 people to see it and only 600 people saw it because it was fucking song. So you gotta
pick like the songs on the reels though, I think might be different than if you add I don't know, they do it some weird type of way because they be sending me messages talking about this video was removed. And it's like, bitch, the video from 2018. It's not even on my fucking page no more. Who gives a damn?
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'll
I don't know that the reels work like that. I think everything on there might be good as far as the sounds is concerned. But since we talk so heavily about relationships on this episode, situationships, like all that stuff, I just got one more question for you about that. And I think we can probably close out the episode. When you're talking to a guy, do you stalk his social media?
Yes, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I just want to see what you be doing. That's it. Not like I'm not trying to like see, who this in the picture, who that. Now, if there's a group of niggas and they all look good, I might hit, I might see who, I might see who is who.
So when you say yes, what does that involve? Are you
just looking at your Instagram page, whatever social media you're on? I just
okay. Because see that there's levels to stalking Instagram.
Do I look at comments?
Well, some people look at comments. Some people look at likes.
Can you see likes these days still?
You can click and see like who likes something. Yeah, like some people have their count turned off, which is weird to me. Like, who gives a fuck how many people liked it? Like, you liked it, so you posted it. Like, I just think that's really weird that people get so hung up on that particular aspect, because like everybody was like talking shit about Kanye when Kanye said that the Instagram need to hide the likes, and now you bitches is hiding your likes. Anyway, another conversation for
he wanted the likes hidden because when nobody liking his shit.
No, they was liking Kanye shit. I don't even like. I think at that point Kanye had an Instagram, but he didn't even post on there. Like, only reason we know Kanye had an Instagram is because Kim would post him on her page and she would tag him. But when you would go to his page, nothing was even fucking there. But he knew how heavily, him and her sisters and really all of social media just pays attention so much to likes. People pay attention to likes and followers, and that's a whole nother conversation. But it's like, if I have 500 followers and you have 5,000, but you bought 4,500 of them, we really got the same amount of followers. Your number just look different. So it's like, but yeah, I just wanted to know if you have if you're talking to someone, do you stalk their social media?
I do. I just want to see like what you be doing, what you be saying on your captions, what you be saying when you outside, what you be doing, wherever you travel.
Yeah, I feel like social media. I feel like social media kind of like really, like, as far as dating is concerned, I don't know. It's tricky. I've dated a guy before who didn't have social media, and it was blissful.
I mean,
it was wonderful. It was excellent.
You know what's funny about those guys? They got somebody's account they get into.
You think so?
Oh yeah, they be knowing what's going on too.
Now I would believe that, but I don't think this one particular guy. I really don't think he was so green. He just wasn't. He just.
I mean, there are those guys, but there are guys that have social media that just they just have the account. They don't really
right. They don't do no posting and none of that.
There.
Yeah,
like the dude that dissed me. And this is why we don't talk anymore, because he rarely ever posts on Instagram. I think he's had 12 posts within the last 5 years.
That's weird to me too. Go ahead.
He posted a Meek Mill interview on his stories, and what Meek Mill was saying seemed to be particularly pointed
towards you. Oh, he's subliminal. He a bitch. Like, you doing bitch shit. Bye.
And so I addressed it, and that's why he doesn't want to talk to me anymore, because I addressed that shit. And I said what I had to say. We've grown, and one thing I don't do is subliminals on social media, and I certainly don't do it from a nigga I'm dating. We don't do that. I'm not 17, and when I was 17, I wasn't doing that. But
you don't ever post anything like on your story or whatever it is that like you feel like you read a meme or something, like Justin LeBoy posts something and it resonates with you because it's something you dealing with at that moment, and you repost it to your story. Like, I do that. Now I don't post something like, yeah, I'm gonna post this because I want no, I'm posting because it resonates with me. Now I did have somebody recently ask me like, oh, what was that about? Was that about me? Yeah, bitch, it was. And if the shoe fit, lace that motherfucker up. But I'm not like
double
my
nine.
social media is not going to be enveloped with you. Just it's all about you. It's my social media.
No, he could never get on my social media and be like, "You said that about me. That meme was about me."
Mm-hmm.
The date, the timing of what he posted, I knew he was talking about me. Like you said, a woman knows that intuition, it doesn't lie.
Yeah.
And like I was immediately like infuriated when I saw what he posted, because it's like, wow, well, nigga, you don't ever really post, one. And when I asked him about it, he was like, for your information, I like to post something motivational once a week. There was
But that don't sound motivational.
Once a week. And it's Meek Mill talking his little ignorant shit like he always does. So what exactly was motivational about that? Nothing. You were doing that because you wanted to be shady, and I caught your ass in 4K. And that's why I roasted you, and he doesn't want to talk to me no more, because he tried to play with my top, and I wasn't going for that. You don't shade me on social media. The fuck? Grown ass man, you don't shade me on social media, and you don't shade me over no silly shit. And that's what he did. So yes, I do get on social media and I be looking. And I just, who comment, what they saying, what the comments say, what kind of emojis is the girls using? How come this girl used this emoji?
Oh, you into it?
Sometimes,
that would drive me crazy. That would drive me crazy.
Like, but I'm also a girl, and I almost commented on some old works birthday photos with the heart eye emoji, but I didn't do it.
Remember before Instagram had DMs, that's how you could get somebody's attention. You used to go to a picture that was like 57 weeks old.
I used to think people were weird. I'm like, why did he like 20 photos? What a creep, plot. And then my homeboy was like, no.
No, girl, he's trying to get at you.
That's how you
trying to get at you. Yeah, I don't want to. If somebody I don't know, man. Like on the TikTok is different, because on TikTok the girlies got the guys that slid in their DM, and I'm like, what made you entertain him? Because when niggas slide in my DM, I be so turned off. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I need to start letting niggas slide in the DM.
I mean, my DMs they don't really pop like that, but also, I think that one of my good guy friends, who's like a total sleazeball and a womanizer, so I trust his judgment as it relates to like how he sees women and how they present themselves. Like he told me, he was like, oh my God, you are pressure. Like, you are pressure, and I know he was like, the way you move, you just so humble. Like you don't big up yourself. And I'm like, I mean, for what though? And he's just like, no. He said, Pasha, you're from the Midwest. You live in the Midwest. He's like, yeah, Chicago's a huge city, great big city. He said, but you come from the Midwest. Niggas know what type of time you on. They can't step to you.
Period. And on that note, we're gonna close out the podcast. Niggas know you pressure. They know how they better step to you. Catch us on the next episode, y'all. Same Difference podcast. We're gonna also put our videos up on YouTube, and we'll see you.